Wait, when did I don't remember pressing record, but might as well get into it. Today is... Damn, my watch is dead. Hold on. I gotta charge my watch. Okay. Today is September 21st. It is the fall equinox. It is the Mabon. That's how you say it, Mabon. It's the Mabon today. It is the fall equinox. It is, all right, so today is Mabon. It is the autumn equinox. I keep saying fall equinox. It's the autumn equinox. It's the same thing. Just everywhere you see online, it's described as the autumn equinox. It says here, Mabon is a celebration of the autumn equinox, a pagan festival occurring around September 21st to the 23rd, marking the middle of the harvest season and the balance of day and night. Celebrations focus on gratitude for the earth's bounty, reflecting on past efforts, and preparing for the coming winter. Activities can include creating altars, baking with seasonal foods, connecting with nature, and acknowledging the shift from summer's light to winter's darkness. What is Mabon? A name from Welsh mythology, is one of the 8 major pagan festivals that mark the autumn equinox. Balance of light and dark. It celebrates the point when day and night are equal, symbolizing the balance between light and darkness. Second harvest. The festival honors the second harvest, a time to gather and preserve crops to sustain communities through the winter. Okay. So that is what I'm doing today. It's Sunday. I'm celebrating Mabon. And what I need to do right now is set up my altar with what I got. I don't have everything for my altar yet, but I'm going to set up what I can today and participate in this holiday as best as I can. So bear with me while I set my altar up. Just know that I'm not going to be lighting up these candles until around dinner. All right, so this is my altar. It's the best that I can do right now. I'll be lighting these candles in honor of the triple goddess and the horn god. I got I got some acorns. That's all I really have. I mean, besides this amethyst, it's all the natural things that I really have in here. You're supposed to get things like pumpkins and fall colored leaves and stuff like that from nature, but I don't have a garden, and the seasons are kind of weird here. There's no fall colored leaves around here. Everything's still green, and I think people harvest their crops here a little bit later. I think more towards October than they do in September. It's a little different here. So I'm doing the best I can with what I have. What I've learned is Mabon is mainly celebrated around apples, but you can use pumpkins. What else? Mabon includes abundant, hearty, and grounding autumnal ingredients that symbolize the second harvest and preparation for winter. Key examples are apples, pumpkins, squash, corn, root vegetables like potatoes and carrots, grains, and nuts. Celebrations often feature seasonal dishes such as apple pies, pumpkin soups, cornbread, and roasted meats, accompanied by autumnal beverages like cider and wine. So for my dinner tonight, what I did, because I don't have an oven, I don't have a slow cooker, I don't have these things. I gotta work with what I can. For my dinner is very simple. So for my dinner, I'll be cooking roasted beef tips with vegetables soup, and I'll have that with a few slices of fresh bread, because you're supposed to make your own bread. I don't have the tools or knowledge to do that, so I just bought a fresh loaf. I know I'm not doing this the proper way, but I'm doing this the best that I can. And then with that, I got this apple sparkling cider. I feel like that was the most appropriate drink to have tonight. It says here beverages: cider, wine, or med. Cider, apple, or pear cider. Pear. Apple or pear cider is a popular warming drink. I don't drink wine. I don't drink alcohol anymore. I don't drink beer. Like I said, I don't drink alcohol. So cider is the next best thing. Other foods ingredients are seeds, honey, and herbs, a natural sweetener used in many Mabon dishes. Mabon. I keep saying Mabon. Mabon. How you say Mabon? I'm still learning, guys. I do have honey. I didn't read that part. I do have honey. I could put a little bit of honey on my bread. That'll be my dinner, and then my little sweet desserts is I have the rest of this pumpkin blondie bites. I have 2 more left in here. Really delicious. They're like mini pumpkin pies with cream cheese icing on top. I actually ate the other 2 before that. I did the ritual yesterday. I'll talk more about that here in a little bit. Then I couldn't find apple pie. I couldn't find it. So the next best thing that I found was Kellogg's Nutri-Grain apple cinnamon little individual. I would call this an apple pie. This is my apple pie. And then that's gonna be dinner tonight. Soup, bread drizzle with a little bit of honey, apple cider, and then we'll finish off with some dessert. I think it said that I need to look back and let's see. Gratitude and reflection. Express thanks for the abundance in your life, both literal and metaphorically, and reflect on the past year. Prepare warming foods like pumpkin pies and stews and create an autumn shrine for your altar. Okay, so it does say that you could make offerings. So I think I'll do that. I'll make some offerings. And then do some personal growth. Use this time to introspect and use this time for introspection and personal growth, focusing on manifestation and inner strength, which sounds nice. So I was going to talk to you guys about something. Oh, okay. So yesterday I got up early. I went out to the woods. I brought all my things that I needed to do the ritual. This is not a secret. You can find this ritual in the book called The Horn God for the Witches by Jason Mankey. I think I said that right. I'll put it up here on the screen. I'll even show you like the little place that I went to do this. So I found a really majestic place in the park in the woods yesterday morning. And I went and I brought all my things. What you needed for this ritual was at least 2 acorns. I brought 4. They actually gave me 12. I ordered 10 and they gave me 12, which I'm really grateful for. I'm keeping 4 of them. I'm going to plant the rest of them all around town where I can. Or plant them here. Maybe I can get like a little planter with some soil, plant it here until it starts sprouting, and then go find somewhere in nature to plant it into the ground. That way I know that it's good for planting. And if it's not, then I'll take it out and I'll probably just keep it for decoration. Anyways, what you needed was acorns, water. You needed a skeleton key or an ornament key. I didn't have a skeleton key, but I did have this, which I would consider an ornament key. It's not a house key. It's not a regular key. It's not a skeleton key, but I think it was good enough. It did its job. And then you needed to bring your favorite drink. It didn't have to be alcohol. It could have been anything. So I brought my favorite drink, which is an Arizona black and white tea. And I brought my chalice to pour that into, to offer that to the earth, to the horn god. So I spent time doing that, and I want to be completely honest with you guys. I was expecting to feel a strong presence around me. I didn't really get that experience. I felt the energy of nature, and I think that was the point of this ritual, it wasn't to sit in the woods and come face to face with the horn god, which would have been badass, right? But what happened was, during the end of this ritual, I'm getting the chills now, like talking about it. Towards the end of this ritual, and I'm sitting there, I was told to hold these things in my hand really tightly and then drink the rest of my drink, and just feel the presence of nature. And in that moment, I felt a lot of energy. I felt nature's energy around me, and it felt really good. It felt powerful. And after that, you're supposed to eat your snacks, finish your drink to ground yourself as the ritual ends. And it was cool. I liked it. I enjoyed it. I feel like I've touched base with the horn god. But I think there's more that I need to do, more I need to offer, more service that I need to offer to the earth, to develop a stronger bond with the horn god. Anyway, I need to get my watch charged before I go to sleep tonight, because this thing keeps track of my sleep for me, so I can figure out if I'm doing anything wrong. But we got to charge this in order to do that. What else, man? What else? So yeah, we're going to I guess I'm just gonna I'll be back. I'll be back when I'm ready to start doing all of this, and we'll get into the meat of this video, and then send you guys off after that. So I'll be right back. I'm actually starting to sweat. Yeah, I'm trying my best to block the fan behind me with my back so it doesn't get picked up on the mic and have any like mic quality issues. So bear with me. I am going to start cooking dinner now. I got my roasted beef tips with vegetables. My Mabon dinner right here. The main course. Obviously, it would have been nice to grow and harvest this myself, but I'm not in a position to do that. So I'm just going to say thank you to everybody who was a part of the process of creating and getting this can of soup to me, because that's all I can do. So what I've done in the past hour or so was I spent some time out in nature. I grabbed a few things I found for my altar to put some more natural harvested things on here. I found some dandelions. And then I think this is wheat. I have no idea what this is. I think it's wheat. I could be absolutely wrong. I'm still learning, guys. But that is going on the altar. And then I found what I believe to be a lava rock. It's definitely rock. It looks a little spongy. It looks like lava rock. I could be wrong. And then I found a stick that I could potentially eventually carve into a wand. You're supposed to have you're not supposed to, you don't have to have a wand. But a wand is a tool you can have in your altar. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I made a mini wand out of a maple tree branch, a little tiny tree branch that is hemp wick wrapped around. And then I stuck a amethyst and a tooth at the end of that. And that is for my mini altar. I'll talk about the mini altar in a future video once I've completed mine. This is actually heating up really fast, so I gotta let me wash my hands again just in case. We'll start slicing up some bread. I thought I had a bread knife. There we go. We got the bread. I'm gonna stick that in the sink. What I'm actually going to do is put a little bit of avocado oil on each side and let it cook on the pan like so. Then we'll drizzle a little bit of honey on it. So like that, rub it in. And we're gonna light up the altar while we do that as well. So. Okay. Cook a little bit longer. And of course, while we're here, we should sage everything. I mean, okay, so I don't need a sage actually. What I can do is I can use a bell And a bell also cleanses everything. So we'll cleanse our food. We'll cleanse our altar. Just make sure everything is cleansed. That way. Now, how is our bread doing? Not quite there yet. Let's see how that looks with the light off. But that is a fire hazard if I've ever seen one right there. Hell nah. See if I can tuck this under here or something. All right. Here we go. I think it's gonna be hot in here, but I think if I have the fan off, I'm not gonna worry about these candles blowing all over the place. What we can also do is, I'll do that later. I'm gonna play some autumn equinox music, but I'll do that in a bit. That is so cool. I love it. Not bad for like a cheap starter altar. I mean, over time I'm gonna be upgrading this and changing things out, but I really, really love how this turned out. It's so cool. And it feels like I feel really good. My spirits are really up right now. How's our bread? The bread is good. Soup is done. I'm sweating. It's almost 80 degrees Fahrenheit in here, man. Get this out of there. It's hot in here, man, but I gotta do this. I'm gonna drizzle some honey on our bread. Okay. It's hot. It's hot, man. It's hot in here. Okay. Now, before I eat, I'm gonna check if there's some kind of prayer I can say before I eat. Okay. From forest to stream, from mountain to field, from fertile earth's nourishing yield, I now partake of divine energy. May it lead to health, strength, and love me. Blessed be. Okay. Is this cooled down at all yet? I think what I'm gonna do is dip my bread in here. Get some of that vegetables and that meat on my bread. Ooh. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna eat real quick. And I'm gonna do what's called mindful eating. And I'm just going to, every bite I take, I'm going to focus on the food, the taste, the texture, the feeling it gives me. And then I'm going to also think about where all this food came from all the fields and the gardens and the handcrafted bread that people made for me to be able to enjoy this today. And after I eat, I will clean up. We will come back and we will talk about gratitude and reflection and personal growth. Okay, so what I've done is I sat with my food, enjoyed it, enjoyed all the flavors, and then I forgot to offer the god and goddess some food. So here's a clip of me doing that. I did end up doing that. And then I thought about it and I'm like, I really don't think that they would want me to waste food. They wouldn't want this to sit here all night and waste it. So what I did instead was I then invited them to join me in enjoying their portion of the food and enjoy it through me as a sign of gratitude. And yeah, the meal was really good. That honey drizzle on the bread was really that really gave it a little bit of a sweet kick, and I'm happy I did that. And now I'm just relaxing. I'm just relaxing now. I'm going to light up one more altar incense, and then when that one is done, when that one goes out, then I think it's time to shut the altar down. Back to Mabon. I think I did what I could today. I set up an altar. I cooked food that is within the limits of the tradition. I spent time in nature. It says here, connect with nature. Yeah, I cooked food. I set up an altar. I was playing some really beautiful pagan music on my phone while I was eating. I think now it's time to talk about the gratitude and reflection. It says express thanks for the abundance in your life, both literal and metaphorical, and reflect on the past year. So yeah, I am thankful for I do have gratitude for the abundance in my life. I'm very lucky to have the opportunity to live the lifestyle that I do. I'm very much aware of that. Not a lot of people can do this out of just financial problems or fear. I know a lot of people want to do this, but they're too scared to do anything outside of what they're used to. And I don't know if I'm brave or stupid, but I do love this lifestyle. Very, very, very thankful for the sun, and I do think that I worship the sun in a way. I see the horn god as nature's energy, but I also see the horn god as the sun as much as the triple goddess is the moon. I very much am grateful for the sun, for hitting my solar panels and giving me power to charge my things, keep my refrigerator running so I have food to cook, keeping my electronics charged up, my fan running at night to keep me cool, even during the day, to have these awesome lights for the aesthetic that I want, really relaxing aesthetic. Very thankful for the sun. Very thankful for everybody who has contributed to growing. And I know you guys don't want to hear me say this, but processing the food that I've been eating, I know I shouldn't eat processed food, but it is cheap and I am on a budget. So I'm thankful for everybody who was in the process of that. Food and drinks. And I also want to give gratitude towards my friends and family who have been very supportive of me this past year. Just being there for me when I wasn't okay, or spending time with me and sharing a laugh, and just loving me. You know, I'm very appreciative of that. So, what else was on this list? Home and hearth. We did that. We ate some food. Create an autumn shrine for your altar. I did the best that I could. I don't have autumn leaves. I don't have pumpkins. I did the best that I could with what I had. Cleanse your home to remove negative energy. Prepare you for the prepare for the darker, colder months ahead. I did some cleansing. I could do some more cleansing. I could cleanse the whole truck. We can do that. Seasonal decorations, apples and nuts. I have acorns at my altar. I do have pumpkins and fall leaves as decoration across my, whatever you want to call this, that I use to hold on to when I come up in bed, and also along my seasoning rack. I already have that. Make offerings. I did do that. I almost forgot about that, and I'm sorry. I did correct that though. I did my offering. And now, last but not least, personal growth. Use this time for introspection and personal growth. Focus on manifestation and inner strength. What does that mean? Introspection and personal growth. How do I want to continue to grow as a person? I think that the way that everything is going right now, you guys are already aware that I am right now volunteering at the mental hospital in hopes of working my way up and getting an official job and being in a position where I can be a positive influence in people's lives. I'm trying to figure out how to do that. I think I'm doing okay. Some people have been sent to me. The universe has sent me some people while I've been volunteering. And I think that I've definitely have lifted their spirits. They're doing a lot better. One person in particular is doing a lot better than the first time I saw him. And he comes in every day just to see me, just to hang out and talk to me for a bit. And I think that's really cool. And I think I'm heading in that right direction. But I could do some more shadow work. I could. I'm really bad at expressing myself because I feel like I need to hide my true emotions sometimes. It's a really weird thing that I do. I'll think something's funny, or I want to laugh and smile more. I really should, but sometimes I'll hide it because why do I do that? Actually, I don't know why I do that. I need to let go of that. I really do. I think it's something that I've developed growing up, to hide your emotions so people can't try to manipulate or control you through that. So I've learned to hide that. I think that, I don't know. It's something I want to do, definitely. Personal growth. I want to grow as a person. How can I manifest that? I can only just do it, right? That's how you manifest it. You just do it. Yeah, definitely. Well, I think that I've had a successful Mabon dinner. Mabon is all about the end of what they call the light half of the year. Just all sun and warmth, longer days. The sun is obviously out longer this half of the day than it is the next half of the year. It might be different in the southern hemisphere, But up here in the northern hemisphere, that's just how it works. Um, so yeah, I've loved having the sun out, charging my batteries, giving me warmth. It feels good to sit in the sun. Sometimes it doesn't, and I want to sit in the shade, but that's okay. I love that it continues to give life to plants and animals and insects and people. And I've learned to appreciate the sun a lot more in my life. I used to, and I still do enjoy it. It rained last night, actually. There was lightning. No, Friday night. There was lightning and rain, and I really enjoyed it. I sat up front and watched the lightning show, then came back here and laid in bed and enjoyed the rain. And I really, really enjoyed that moment. But I'm starting to really appreciate the sun a lot more in my life. How much it can really do for us, as far as plants and solar goes. So we're coming up on the darker half of the year, which means the sun will go down quicker. It'll be colder. And it's not going to be ideal conditions for people to grow food, for things or anybody, people, animals, plants to really do much in the winter. So yeah, I guess we start to prepare for that. That's what this is all about, right? Starting to prepare for that, looking back and appreciating the following year that we had and preparing for the harsher part of the year to come. All right, guys. Well, I'll just end this off by saying I hope that you guys are well. I hope you guys are doing okay. I hope you guys are taking care of your mental health and doing everything you can to lift your spirits and stay focused and enjoy the life you have here while you still have it. Yeah. I love you guys, and I will update you guys next week on what's going on with my life. In the meantime, take care. Oh, that's good.